Hello again. I'm going to start recording. We're doing these YouTube videos by playing it off of my little recorder here, which I have already recorded. And I may stop it from time to time to try to clarify something, but I think it limits me on how long on here, so I may have to make a lot more recordings than this 299 that I have on here, and it's continuing, so it's gonna be ongoing. Okay. So here it goes. Oops, let me. This recording, it says on Jonah chapter 1 verse 1.
In the book of Jonah, with my wife Lisa here, and she's in the kitchen, kind of cooking, fixing us up some meatloaf right now in a crock pot, and she's participating, and I prepared the first 3 verses, and we'll just see what's going with it. I just asked the Father just to lead and guide me, whatever He wants to come out, let it come out. And this is not exhaustive, but it's just freely I receive, freely I give, and trying to do the best I can do with it. And take it not just from the natural stuff, and say, like I seen on a thing, and someone say, well, I didn't see nothing Jonah did wrong. I just, they're just looking like it's a kiddie story, and some of them say, oh, well, it couldn't have been that, and they just, they don't see nothing. So I know it's just 4 chapters long, but there's a whole lot here. And I want to try to break it down some more and show you there's a lot there. I mean, it's really a whole gospel. So let's kind of just get started here and see what God has for us, okay? And we'll speak some. It's not something just some history lesson or some kiddie story or some cute little story or, it's something we can utilize right now. It's very pertinent to our lives right now, and it's not something, oh well, it's not scientifically proven, that couldn't happen. That's someone looking with carnal or non-spiritual eyes, and they're relying upon their non-spiritual 5 senses, with seeing, hearing, taste, touch, and smell, and they have no sense of what the Spirit is saying through the called out ones, through the churches, and the church is not a church building, it's the called out of God, okay, the people, the first fruit, or the tithe of the tithe even, which would be the 1% or less. God, there's an order to everything God does. Just goes like the scientists say, oh, well, you get down to quantum realm, quantum physics, it's just chaos rules. No, it doesn't. They just don't understand. See, the natural mind, just like can't understand the things of God any better than you can understand some of the things that's going on in the quantum realm, in quantum physics. I mean, there's some wacky things goes on. And so they say it's chaos, you know, some of these things. And, you know, so, yeah, but it's very ordered. And all the way from the small, come up to the unbelievably large, there's a lot of similarities. Ovals and circles, there's a lot of that going on there. That's not no accident. They say, well, it's not exactly a circle, it's an oval. They're nitpicking and trying to prove their own point. If you want to prove your own point, try to yeah, they can justify anything, and you know, just like our former, I guess, pastor in the natural, Dave Fields, used to say, justifying is just a lying. It's just a lying to yourself, you know, and that's very true, right? And we learned an awful lot. I'm very thankful I love the men. But I love the Spirit of God. That's my Lord, okay? And the Spirit of God is within you. You know, God works from the inside to the outside first, not from this external. Okay. Now, I'll keep going like that. We'll never even get started. I talk all day. I talk you to death. I talk you till you die. but we're wanting to delve into this. We're gonna focus on this text of the spirit of this book of Jonah, not just the letter of the word, okay? See, that's what the natural, non-spiritual, or the carnal mind, which is the carnal mind is death, or the carnal mind is enmity, or the enemy of God. It's directly opposed to the Spirit of God, okay? It can't please God. I mean, you know, so, you know, if you're trusting in that old carnal mind, you might as well leave, you know. But I would suggest you hang around, because even if you're listening to that stuff now, sooner or later, if God takes and decides to use this in your life, if you're called, He'll equip you, and in that right, precise, correct timing of God, He'll bring this back to your remembrance, and you'll be, oh yeah, I remember that, and you'll be equipped to make the right decision, make His right decision, God's right decision, see the Spirit's right decision. And it'll start changing the way you think internally into His right-mindedness, or His righteousness, God's righteousness, not your righteousness. Your right-mindedness, your righteousness is as filthy rags, filthy meat-striking rags, as it says in the Scriptures. Okay? Alright. Anyways, I gotta get to this. Get going on that. We'll be all day, right, honey? You can't turn that off, sweetie. little distracting to me, if you don't mind. Okay. You ready, honey? Okay. We're in the first 3 verses. Gonna let that pass a little bit. Okay. That's a good one. Okay. Now, in my notes here, first I'll read the King James Version, and then I'll read and go over what from the original language. Now, I'm not going to probably go too deeply into what the original language word is. I might say a few of them, or at least tell you what they kind of are. I might even use the blue letters to pronounce them. Blue letter Bible. They pronounce different ways than I can. Well, I probably say them, but we'll just do best we can and go on. Right, the meaning's what we're after. Okay, let's get something practical. Get what the Spirit is telling us, because it's not just about the letter of the word. It's not even about the original language that it was written in. Because even then, when they spoke that, they didn't understand all that they was writing. Okay? Because God's word, his thought process, his spiritual word is living. It's speaking about his very thought processes of God, and he speaks within us. He lives and moves and has his being within us. Okay. Now, verse 1, Jonah chapter 1, okay? Oh, excuse me. I gotta get a little drink here. Little lung problem there. Really hard. It is hard. Okay. Now, the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, I think it's right there. Okay. Now the word, that's just the bar. It's the spiritual word, or the actual thought processes of God. It's the way God thinks. Okay? It's a spiritual word. Okay? It's the same as transliterated word. It'd be like the Koine Greek word in the New Testament, logos, or logos. It's just a spiritual word. It's not the rhema, the written word. You know, like the law, the nomos, the law of Moses, the do's and the don'ts. No, this is the spiritual word. Okay? And God's telling him something internally, okay? It says the word of the Lord. That's Jehovah, Yahweh, okay? And actually those vowels that's in that Y-E-H-O-V-A-H, the vowels was added to that by I think the other translators. So actually it didn't have those vowels in there. And so it's like in singing that they put those vowels in there. The vowels is to elongate the pronunciation or the carrying out of the acts. But whenever Yahweh speaks, he gives it like that old commercial. Even when E.F. Hutton talks, everybody listens. Well, when Yahweh tells you to do something, everybody, yeah, right. It's carried out precisely, correctly, when God tells you, right? Obedience, right, is better than sacrifice, right? All right? But does everybody do that? The carnal mind is enmity with God, right? Everybody's carnal means non-spiritual, right? Right? When you're in duality, speaking of duality, you're trying to listen to, whether you're trying to or not, you got the Spirit of God speaking in you, in your mind, and you get the non-spiritual thought processes both in there, okay? Two in the field, one will be taken, one will be left, right? The one taken is that non-spiritual mind, okay? That's what God's consuming and refining the spirit so it becomes one again, okay? Marriage supper of the Lamb, it returns back to the Father, okay? It's not this other thing going on. This is you returning back to the love of God, okay? Now, excuse me a little bit. Coughing fits there. Now, where was that? The bar, okay, the spiritual word of Yahweh, okay, whenever, it's YH, WH, God, it's what God says goes, right? Okay, there is nothing can take an equal God, right? The supreme divinity, right? That's Father, okay? It's basically what it's just, it's the Father, self-existing one, the Father, the supreme divinity, okay? Anyways, let's get on past this a little bit, okay? So I can get on down the road a little bit. It's just the vowels elongated, okay? Okay, the word of the Lord, God speaking to Jonah inside, okay? Just like he speaks inside of us, whether we want to admit to that or not. And there's a lot of people that say, oh no, God doesn't speak to me. Oh yes, he does. Oh no, that's just me talking to me thinking in myself. Oh yeah. When you start to do something bad, it's like, you really shouldn't do that. Or, you know the right thing to do before you even decide to go against it. You're right there. And, that value of decision. Really, should I do it? Or should I not do it? If I do it, I get in trouble. I did it, so you're deciding to go with the non-spiritual way. You're obeying. See, you're in duality right there. Right? And you're obeying the wrong thing. Right? You're not obeying God, right? You're not obeying the voice of God in you, right? And, it's ridiculous that other thing, it can deny it all they want to, Okay. Now, the word of the Lord came unto Jonah. Okay, now Jonah, his name means my dove, and it's terms of endearment. See, God loves us beyond words. That's that agape, right? Or agape. And it's a love that's beyond unshakable, beyond perfect, beyond unconditional. It's a love that's beyond all the compound words you can shake a stick at, all of them you can put together, you can't do it justice. You can't adequately describe God's love. Because it's all in all. It's everything. It's correcting. It's everything. Everything you need. Everything up, down, sideways, everything. It's beyond your comprehension. You wonder, how's come this is happening to me? Well, I don't know. God understands, and we don't even understand why. But things have a way of working itself out, doesn't it? Haven't you ever noticed that, Lisa? Things in the end have a way of working itself out. And you don't even understand how. How did this happen? But now, let me ask you, does holding your breath and if you don't get your way and holding your breath and throwing a temper tantrum and I'm going to hold my breath and turn blue in the face until you change your mind. Does that work? How long can you hold your breath? Not very long, can you? Yeah, not long enough. Because just like, spirit's kind of related to the breath, right? You need the spirit like you need breath, like your air, oxygen, okay? You need that spirit, right? You can't live without the spirit. Actually, in Ecclesiastes 12:7, when we die on this earth, the dust, this dust suit that we're in, this natural body, returns to the earth, to this globe, this dust, this earth, from where it came. It rots and goes back down to where it came, back to the elements. It's a stardust, really. Okay? If you want to do like Carl Sagan them said, we're stardust. Well, yeah, I mean, duh. That's a big revelation. Okay, that ain't no real new one. To me, when God revealed it to me, yeah, it's kind of like, well, yeah, duh. It's like 1 equals 1. Huh, yeah, it is. Huh, yeah, 1 equals 1. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Mathematically, you're like, shake your head like, why didn't I think of this? Yeah, duh. Kind of like on the earth, you throw an apple up, it's going to come down. But like Isaac Newton, like with that apple falling out of the tree, he realized that. And look at all the stuff he mathematically got from that. Well, God brought that stuff to him in his thinking processes. It wasn't he let that happen. And they tried to take it, sorry. Yeah, but it wasn't like, God calls us, is there not evil in the city or bad in the city, and I, the Lord, had not created it? God God does it all. There's nothing that God's not in control of. That God's not aware of. They're too arrogant. But I'm not going to preach against them. That's just the way it is, So let's get on with it. Okay. Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah, okay? Came to my dad. That's the way he looks at us. Each and every one inside, okay? Now he's got some called out to do certain tasks, right? controlling the body to where he feels. He has control of certain things. He doesn't call everybody to be a toe or everybody to be an eye, right? Or everybody to be a butthole. Some people are worse than a butthole to you, right? Some people are real negative to you, right? Huh? Some of them, man, I can't hardly stand that person, that guy or that girl. Daggone, they just get on my every last nerve you ever saw. I can't hardly stand to be around them. They drive me up the wall. That kind of fits, don't it? Fits in. I've been there, right? I know you've been there, Lisa. We've all been there, right? Certain people, man, it's just, I just like you feel like I tried to get along with them, and oh my goodness, it's so hard to get along with this person. I try to be so nice to them, and they just like won't let me. It's just God's put me, right? Just like you never had Pharaoh. Here, you go ask him that. Ask him to let my people go. He's talking to Moses and Aaron, and I'll tell him I'll have let him go, and then I'll harden his heart. He says what he'll do, and then he set it all up. Did he say he had a choice? No. God just says what he's going to do. He puts the conditions there that's going to make it happen. God knows us better than we know ourselves, right? Be realistic. When pressures come against us, you kind of get to where, man, I tried not to do it, but man, everything in the world like coming against me, and I just caved. And I couldn't hardly help it, I did it. Selah. Think about it. He gave in. I mean, maybe that was, you had to experience that to let it know that, hey, ding-a-ling-a-ling, you still got that presumptuous, they use a presumptuous sin, but it's a offenseful nature in there to you. It's not offenseful so much to God. It's offense. God's got to get that out. He's got to bring that out so that he's got to raise the pressure in you so that it can take and boil up so you can skim that stuff out, get it out of you, so you can let go of that stuff and go on. Not that you can wallow around in it. No, I'm a dirty, rotten sinner. I think I'll shoot myself because I did that. No. Yeah. God's not going to do that. Right? God didn't cause that to happen. Bring those pressures so that, and it definitely wasn't some, there's some other thing that's more powerful than God there that's causing this to happen, because God doesn't have control over this thing to keep it from doing that. He can't protect you. No, that's like trying to make God lower than or less than what he is. He is the supreme divinity. He's omniscient, and omnipresent. He's sovereign. God is spirit. God is the omnipotent one, the all-powerful. Now, I'm just setting it up, okay? Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this recording and I'll continue this recording in another YouTube video, the next one. I'm trying to fill out how to do this just right now. And some of these recordings are really, really long. I mean, some of them's not so long, but a lot of them, I'm trying to break them up into approximately, right now I'm going to try to go approximately a half hour. It may go more than that. But I'm trying to fill it out and see how to get this word out and these thought processes out and enlighten the understanding of God's right-mindedness out and digging in there and helping people. It's about finding the truth of God, not this shine outside of the cup, this appearance to everyone else. That doesn't matter. That's temporary. It's transitory. It's vanity, as King Solomon said. It's hopeless. It's worthless. It's transitory. It's temporary. And unsatisfactory. You can't. It's like grasping after the wind. You grasp after it with your works, your effort, your hand. Okay? And then whenever you open that, like your efforts, your work, your might, your power, and it's not by God's Spirit, see, in this, that's your ego, your own me, myself, and I.